there, welcome to Get Out with Kerry Kel. Today we are at ModBody Fitness and we're going to spend a little bit of time with Stacey Sorgen. And she's right here, come here. I want you to meet her. Say hi. Hi. We're going to go over to some comfy balls and have a little chat. Why don't you come join us? Yay! Which one do you want? This is good. Awesome.
I love that on your website you invite the LGBT community to come in, and you do talk about some of the health concerns that are are specific to the lesbian community and the LGBT community as a whole.
Yeah, and you know, I think that like a lot of the community-based events right now aren't based around physical activity or you know, that sort of thing. It's like if you want to be seen or known in the community, you go to the bar. Yeah. And then they're smoking and drinking and that sort of thing. A lot of like eating fast food, eating out at restaurants, just trying to like be present in the community, be seen, be heard. And I have always had this feeling like everybody's out there alone.
Yeah,
together.
If you don't want to do that, then you isolate.
Yeah,
if you're not
but even when you're there, you're not like really connecting. And that was really important for me in developing ModBody Fitness, is to have this really great community where people connect. Yeah, I lost 50 pounds, but I think the catalyst for it was having polycystic ovarian syndrome myself. And then I have an autoimmune disorder called Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Yeah, right?
Which is probably one of the reasons that you're very receptive to disabilities.
Absolutely.
Different medical
Yeah, yeah. I think, you know, it's a lot easier to kind of enter the gym if you're feeling healthy, but if you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to be able to do, you know, having somebody there as an advocate to try to help along is great.
What would you say, I know of a situation, a lesbian couple, both overweight and not living a healthy lifestyle besides that. And one doing what she can, making the effort, doing a serious effort to bring her body back to a healthy place, but then the other at some point, maybe a year afterwards, saying, I don't like you with a thinner body than I am. Oh. And so then the other regressing back to the point where she was at the start. Do you see that type of mentality?
I think I do, and I see it in both heterosexual couples and same-sex couples.
It breaks my heart.
Yeah, but I think that there's like a turning point that you have to hit, you know, and I feel like it's been proven that your biggest influence in your life in terms of like your eating habits are not like your significant other, but they are your friends. Right. You know, if so-and-so eats a brownie, I can eat a brownie, and if they eat the pasta, I'll eat the pasta too.
I've lived that.
Yeah.
I do that.
And so I think like sometimes we get onto a healthy path, and then the people in our life want the status quo. They want to be able to keep eating the brownies because you always ate them with me. Yeah. And I want to be able to lounge on the couch every day after work instead of going to the gym. That was comfortable for me, you know? And I think that for a lot of people who have been successful, it's to try to do it as a couple, try to get both people involved. But at some point you hit that, you know, like you have to make a decision. Are you going to change with the person that you love, or are you going to hinder their progress? You know, because when it comes down to it, you're hindering them and you're hurting them, you're influencing their health.
It sounds to me that you give them some of those other tools, the mental tools that come along with increasing confidence in your body and your health.
I do, yeah. I have a lot of people who come in and have health concerns. They might have like scoliosis or lupus or MS.
I saw that. It seems to me that you cater very nicely to the community that has disabilities.
Absolutely, and I think that, you know, that part of the community really gets overlooked. And aside from the fact of, you know, being a lesbian and going to like, you know, one of the bigger box gyms and being uncomfortable, like going in the locker room, taking a shower, what do I do, where am I comfortable here? On top of it, you add in a disability, or maybe you're just differently able. And it makes it really uncomfortable. It's a really large barrier. So I work with people that just try to create a movement program for them that works within the, you know, the balance of their life and what they're able to do and comfortable doing. So that's part of why the company is named ModBody. There's a modification for every body.
Nice.
Yeah.
And do you do other outreach within the community?
I do. I've reached out to Gay City up on Capitol Hill, and they have a gay card. Do you have a gay card?
No!
I have my gay card.
Are you
It's so
serious?
Cool. Yeah, you can use it to go to all these different local businesses, and you get a discount. So I've paired up with Gay City, and I think that it's a 15% discount that I offer to anybody who shows me their gay card.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So how was it growing up in Illinois? Were you out?
I was not.
How long did it take you?
I was not. I was trying to think about it earlier today. I figured you'd ask me this question. And I think I was 20 or 21 when I came out. So I was living
college?
Yeah. And I was living in California at the time. And I went to UC Riverside, which is the most diverse university in the United States.
No kidding.
So I had a culture shock growing up in little suburb out of Chicago, and like doot doot doot, and then going to
you had to come out just to fit in, right?
I know, right?
Let's see, what can I do? Oh, come out
and get my nose pierced.
Still have it
10 years later.
Awesome.
So it was an interesting experience. I think that kind of telling my family back home, like the whole Illinois, Chicago thing, like, okay, good for you, great, end of, discussion, that was kind of it. And then, California, people were really accepting, and then when I moved up to Washington and Seattle, in particular, amazing environment.
Yeah, especially if you've come already out and prepared to be out.
Absolutely, yeah. I never hide it. It's, if you ask me a direct question, you'll get a direct answer.
Actually, this is a question that I've asked before, and I get the opposite answer, because it is more of an intimate business. And
it is.
You are taking the stance that it's my business, I am who I am, I'm going to show up 100% who I am, and then that attracts people to me, whoever I am.
Yeah.
And you're not necessarily afraid of that. But I know other people who are in a business similar to this that are hesitant because they do work with the general public and are afraid to let people know their own personal lifestyle.
Yeah, and I could definitely see how it could go both ways. Like I want my clients to be comfortable, but I want them all to be comfortable. So I am upfront about kind of who works out with me, who you might expect to meet here, and I have it all over my website. I haven't been shy about it because I want everyone who comes in here to be comfortable, so I wouldn't want to say, like, just to get someone's money. Oh yes, I'm very conservative, and absolutely, it's very conservative. We play only classical music,
You had some links that LGBT community can go to take care of some of the issues that you had brought up, like cervical cancer. I didn't realize that within the lesbian community it's higher than...
It is, and it's because of the passing of HPV, which is rising in the community. If you haven't been, if you haven't been tested for HPV, it's a really simple test, oral HPV, that can be done in the dentist's office. It takes literally no time. It can be done very quickly, and it can help to prevent the spread of HPV. And I just think that's something that, like, people don't know. They don't know to ask the dentist, hey, could you help me out? Who do you talk to about those sorts of things? And it's, we always get that embarrassing question when you go in to see the doctor or the dentist for the first time. Are you married? And I say yes. What's your husband's name? It's not a husband, but, and then every other question is kind of like a little awkward. And so I just try to be straightforward about it, and I think that we have so much that we can do for our own health. I actually have 2 rules at ModBody Fitness that I tell everybody about when they start. The first rule is to never make any changes that you can't sustain for the rest of your life. So no fad diets, no fad exercises, no crazy stuff, no 10-day cleanse
So I should probably not
sort
do
of
that
thing.
watermelon diet I was thinking.
And then the second one is everything in moderation, including moderation. You know, there's like 12 major holidays per year, and so
Give yourself a
indulge. Yeah, give yourself a break. Give yourself the opportunity, you know, to eat. Like my mom makes lasagna for Christmas. There's no way I'm going to skip that. That's Christmas.
Yeah.
So
Actually, it's all about living life.
exactly.
Live your life.
Yeah, and just kind of learn to live it in the most healthy way that you can. So,
Very cool.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much.
Absolutely,
I'm just
thank
so
you.
very pleased to have met you and happy to share you with our fans.
awesome. Well, thank you so much.
All right, I'll take you to hug again.
Thanks for sitting on.
It's nice to see you. Nice to see you. It's good to be here where you are and on a shining place in the sun.
It's move well, eat well, live well, be well. Oh, well, I was telling you I have these two different medical issues, and my doctor at the polyclinic
Was like, yep, all you gotta do to lose weight is just avoid nuts and cheese and don't eat at restaurants. And I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I've been running half marathons and I'm not losing any weight. What do I need to do in order to try to, you know? And so basically he was like, you just have to accept that you're just gonna be fat for the rest of your life. You can't do anything about it. And so I remember I like lost 3 pounds through a ton of exercise. And I went in and he was like, congratulations, that's really hard for someone to do in your position. And I was like, you're fired. You're fired. So I went out and I got a great physician who's been really you know, proactive with me. I do some crazy events, you know, I did a half Ironman and she was like, all right, go for it, you know, like we'll patch you up afterwards. But I think like
You don't need to
somebody
do that.
telling me
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
just made me so upset. Like you cannot tell me what I can do based on like you don't know me and how driven I am and you know what I'm capable of. So it was a great catalyst for me. And then coming from that experience working with people who have health issues or who feel uncomfortable getting into the gym, it's just great to be able to work with them and to show them like I'm living proof that this can happen, that you can do this. I still have a ways to go on my journey too. I think a lot of people come in and see me and they go, you don't look like a personal trainer. You look
awesome.
You know, and I'm like, you know what, let's go. Let's get
do
down
it.
and
Yeah.
let's go for it. And I think it's just, you know, taking that first step and getting on a journey towards the best you, whatever that looks like.